刚刚有了，It's done. Yeah. Okay.
已经在
Yeah.
跑。
Okay. 好，开始。
We can do a little editing, that's fine. Okay, so Pastor Robert, and the name of your church is
Calvary Temple.
Calvary Temple.
Yes.
Okay. So we heard about World for Jesus, and but some of our pastors in Taiwan, they want to know from firsthand from the nation that's being blessed, and maybe you can tell us a little bit of what happened in the beginning, during, and then even after, and also what are the changes that have been done to the churches or to the nations, and if you can give us a brief, so we're hungry to know, exactly what happened.
Yeah. Well, I would say it began without us even knowing about the World for Jesus thrust that was taking place. All I know is in the last 10 years, there's been an increase of prayers for nationwide revival.
Okay.
And in the Bahamas, one of the things that we felt were hindering this nationwide revival was this lack of ability for our churches to come together, to be able to cross denominational lines, and for pastors to come together and say, hey, let's try to reach our nation for God. Bahamas is a country that has a lot of churches, a lot of Christians, but there seems to be a lot of things that divide us.
Okay. So what was the Christian population percentage before the movement?
This is what I would say. The Bahamas is a very Christianized nation. Like 80% of our population go to church.
Okay.
We have a lot of Christians, but we also have a lot of people that are not saved, don't really have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and we've been having challenges in our country with crime, the drug trade, because of where we're located in the Caribbean and so close to America, illegal immigration, human smuggling, and with some of these things also come drug addiction, crime, and all that type of stuff. And so we said, hey, we really need to experience a revival. Also, we have a lot of churches that that really need a fresh move of God amongst them. And so we were sensing that as a nation, we need a revival for this present generation to see the glory of God, the power of God. And so churches really began praying, not just churches, but in the Bahamas, we have something they call prayer bands. These are small clusters of groups of people praying from all denominations. And what we've noticed is that they come together very easily. But leaders do not come together.
Okay. Leaders do not come together.
Okay,
so it didn't start with the leader. It started with simply people who have desires.
Desire.
Okay.
Yeah, praying and seeking God. But as one of the leaders of what in the Bahamas we call the Christian Council, which is a ecumenical council bringing leaders together where we provide counsel and advice to the government. People would come and meet with me and say, Pastor, I believe that you're the man God has called to bring pastors together from different denominations. We need a move of God. We need to see an influx of souls, especially amongst our younger generation. And so people have been praying, seeking God. Then we begin to hear about this Bahamas for Jesus. And for us, it's been almost like the first time we have thought about how about reaching our whole nation for God, instead of just a neighborhood or a community or a neighborhood my church is in, or focusing on reaching kids in school. But hey, let's see if we can reach the whole nation. But for that to take place, we know all of us need to come together. We need to put aside our denominational differences, doctrinal differences. But what is the one thing that unites us? Is Jesus. And the fact that he's the Savior of the world. And he came to save all men. As that began to take place, they had teams that came in before. We started to do groundwork, started to have teachings, trainings, how to mobilize your whole church, not just to reach.
You mean the team of World for Jesus
Yeah,
came
World for
in?
Jesus came in, but they worked along with our churches, with our pastors coming together. But what happened is, we saw that for some reason, there was this willingness to come together like never before. Not even so much that the World for Jesus did something, but somehow that declaration, that strategy, that plan for us as leaders, for pastoral leadership in the community, there was this willingness to work together like we've never seen before. And so you just felt it was an answer to prayer, that everybody felt, yes, this is it. This is the time. This is something God is doing. And so we saw our ministers come together, but I believe that God has been working that throughout the years. But the focus was on reaching the whole nation. Now we're in Archipelago, we're made up of different islands. We have 17 inhabited islands, and so the goal was, how can we reach all our islands at the same time? So this was the approach. We'll have a weekend of evangelism being led by all the churches at the same time on all the islands. We'll be preaching the gospel Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everywhere, by every church, on every island. Just saturating the island with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we'll plan door-to-door witnessing, church services, outdoor crusades, and you'll climax with a large outdoor service on that final night on each island at the main center or park, stadium, whichever it is. And
so you have to rent the stadium and arena and all the venue that's available.
Venue, but in the Bahamas, most of these things are free because we usually have our stadiums, and usually they're public places. And I mean, they're owned by the government. So in the Bahamas, once something is government owned, it usually belongs to the public. The public can use it freely. And we saw that the churches, that God had done something. There was a willingness for churches to work together. Once we're focusing on reaching souls for the kingdom. And we did that. It was a oneness. We were able to go into the schools. We saw whole schools, students surrender their hearts to the Lord all over in the islands, and people getting saved on the streets. But I think the main thing was God's people being willing to come together for the purpose of reaching their nation for God. Even though after the team left, what happened, that barrier had been broken, and it left us with the realization that together we can take our nation. But it has to be done by the people that live there.
The people that live there. So
yes.
I would also transfer that as the Taiwanese and the Taiwanese pastors shouldn't have a mentality of we are going to depend on this team to help us.
No.
Okay, we have to be the one that's willing to step up and be equipped.
Yes.
And keep going.
Yes.
You know, that's also what I hope to lead. We shouldn't be too dependent.
Yeah.
It should be a co-op, and during the co-op, it would also help us to grow into maturity and into unity.
That's what it has to be. Other than that, you know, people come in and then they'll go, and whatever they brought will go with them. But the key is that they have to partner with the local church and the local leaders, so that even when they go, you're still carrying on the work. The move of God is still going on, of reaching souls and discipling them, and churches working together for the purpose of reaching souls. And the barriers that hinder us, that those barriers come down. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to speak some Chinese to the camera, because at the end I want the pastors to catch the essence.
Yes.
I think it's not the methodology.
Yes.
Okay, there is a principle there, and the principle there is the willingness to towards unity.
Yes.
A willingness to
Yes.
set aside denominational differences and really just coming together.
Yeah.
OK， 好，那最后我想用一段中文来做一个解释哦。虽然说他讲了这个很多的过程，那么先发生了什么，后面发生了什么，可是他讲到说最后面的一个重点，不是那个方法，而是到最后说我们本身台湾的教会会不会愿意放下我们不同宗派的不一样，然后到最后愿意同心合意，不管这个宗派的不同。同心合意的，就是为了说我们怎么样一起来去翻转这个国家，翻转台湾，翻转这整个国家，所以不至于说让我们去看的，只是觉得说外面来的人帮助我们都只是在靠外来的力量，而是这整个事实上整个过程是巴哈马他们这个国家，他们也自己本身愿意来合一，愿意来搭配，愿意来放下彼此之间的这些不同。然后接纳彼此，同心的合意，然后他们来只是点个火，但点了火了之后，能够持续让这个火继续烧的，还是决定在于巴哈马的人民。那我想这一点上面会很重要，对我们台湾的牧者也会很重要。我们是不是真的会愿意为了台湾，不为其他，就为了台湾，或者甚至为了列国，去放下我们彼此之间的那种不合一或者不同，或者觉得这个教义上面的不一样，不能合。我想这一个向心力所造成的合一，会比其他所谓说我们中间来去学他们的方法，来的重要，因为他们的文化背景历史，我想跟台湾会有它类似，也有会它不同的一样的地方。如果我们照抄的话，不见得会达到这个效果。但是如果说他刚刚讲的那个核心的原则的问题，怎么样大家一起合一起来？不管是说方法是什么，因为方法我觉得相信可以是借由寻求神，这个方法神都可以启示给我们。但是那核心中心点的那个原则，愿意彼此放下自己来合一的这一块，我想是所有造成这几个国家复兴最主要的一个原因。谢谢。